The images of dead bodies, demolished buildings, the long lines of people waiting for food, the injured children, all seem to be the image that many have of Haiti. But do you know about the rich history of Haiti? The stories of heroism, the stories of freedom? Well, joining me right now is a very special guest who can share with us Haiti's rich past and ultimately its future. We're pleased to be joined by Dr. Valiere Alcena, who is a diplomat of the American Board of Internal Medicine, and you're also born and raised in Haiti. And thank you so much for sharing with us, Dr. Alcena.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Glad to have you here with us. As we were sharing in the beginning of the show, we talked a lot about the fact that now the whole world seems to know much about Haiti through this earthquake. But prior to the earthquake, we knew that Haiti did have a rich history.
Oh, absolutely. One of the richest ever in the world. Christopher Columbus landed at a place called San Salvador on October 12, 1992 in the Bahamas, and found a group of red Indians there, and he was looking for treasure. They told him there was none there to be found. However, they pointed him to the direction of the richest and most beautiful and prosperous island in the Caribbean, which was Saint-Domingue. And that's just the part of Haiti. At that time, he sailed there. When he got there, he found another group of red Indians. That numbers close several 100,000. So they were there way before Columbus ever even thought of getting to Haiti, or even for that matter, to the Americas. So he quickly began to enslave those folks, and they got very, very sick with yellow fevers and a whole lot of sexually transmitted diseases that those people brought with them. And these folks basically could not survive the brutality of the Columbus folks, and began to die out. So, and then Columbus then named the area Hispaniola and bequeathed it to the Queen of Spain. And then when these people numbered down to about 15,000 folks, because they couldn't work the kind of work they wanted done, you have to understand this island was rich in coffee, indigo, cotton, and a whole host of things that these people needed. So then in 1517, Henry V issued a decree to allow Negroes to be brought from Africa to work the land as slaves, because the Red Indians had pretty much died out. Hence the beginning of the transatlantic slave trade. It's exactly 1517. And then these people then, of course, were enslaved. That number raised to about 500,000 over time. Then, of course, all that time, France, England, and Spain were fighting among each other, actual war between each other, killing each other to get possession of this island. And French, after all this fighting between them, killing, through a treaty, France then won the possession of Haiti and became the people that colonized the country.
Let's talk a little bit about it. The first independent nation in Latin America, first black-led republic in the world when it gained independence as part of a successful slave rebellion in 1804. And for our viewers, we want to share with you, because as this is the beginning of African American History Month, Black History Month, it's important to know a little bit about the history. As it's often said, in order to know where you're going, you got to know from whence you came. Absolutely. So we took the first show here talking about Haiti. We know about the problems, we know about the earthquake, but we want to get a little bit of history as to exactly what's the background of Haiti and where did this all, where did Haiti originate from? And as I said to you, it gained independence in 1804, and about 95% of inhabitants are descendants of African slaves.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then the way the independence occurred, as you well know, is the fact that the most famous thing that's ever happened at that time was that the Negroes decided to revolt, but they had a secret pact to do so. So they met in 1791, August 14, 1791, in a secret pact in the middle of the night, in the dark of night, that they swore to keep the whole thing secret. That was the first real black solidarity in the world. They knew that many of them will be caught, they will be killed, but not a single one ever told the secret. If one did, the whole thing would have failed. So those who were caught, they killed, they hanged them, but then they proceeded to burn the whole plantations. They burned the houses of the masters, and this was the first successful Negro revolt in the world.
Talk to us a little bit about religion for a minute. We do understand that French and Haitian Creole, those are the predominant languages over in Haiti. But in addition, for religion, you talk about predominantly Roman Catholicism was the predominant religion. And then talk to us a little about these African nature gods.
Well, see, in Haiti, these people who came, the Negroes who came over, brought with them voodooism as their religion. And it still exists today. It's a very powerful religion. I would say 80% or 85% of Haitians are Catholic, Roman Catholic, but they also practice voodooism. And people have a total misunderstanding what voodooism is. It's a beautiful African religion that involves a lot of cultural things, and none of it necessarily has to do with anything evil.
Well, I think the connotation goes, and people think that when you talk about voodooism, you're talking about witchcraft, but on this side, it's not what it's being portrayed as.
Absolutely, they're absolutely wrong. There's about 12 different parts to this voodoo thing. There's the religious one, which is a beautiful religion where people believe in certain gods, and they worship these gods. And there's also a dance part of it. There's a cultural part of it, and there is a part of it that you might call bad, which is having to do with witchcraft. That part does exist, but that's the minor part of it. That's what people seem to stress, but they forget the beautiful music. All this music you see coming out of Cuba, coming out of Haiti, these are all part of the voodoo culture. That's how the Cuban music came to be. It's part, all this beautiful drum that you see people beating, all that is part of the voodoo religion that began in Africa. This is in fact an African-born religion. That people try to put some negativity to it because they like to attach negative things to black folks, don't they?
Absolutely, I can say that for sure. Talk to us about Haiti in general. Much of the world right now, and this has been part of my push and part of my message to try to get out through this show, was much of the world right now seems to center on Port-au-Prince and what is going on in Port-au-Prince, knowing the devastation that goes on in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. The problem that I've had as a journalist and as a person who is just a little bit more familiar with Haiti is that to much of the world and to all around, it seems as though Haiti is only being depicted as Port-au-Prince, when there's so much more to Haiti than actually is.
Absolutely.
Let me say for the record, before I let you get the comment. Now, you were born and raised in Haiti.
Yes.
Artibonite, am I saying correctly?
That's correct.
There you go.
That's the region I came from, particularly Artibonite. The thing is that Haiti is a country of 9 million people. Port-au-Prince was a city that was created for 250,000 people. Through a situation that we won't have time to get into, wind up with some 3 million people live there when the earthquake took place, okay? But you have a lot of surrounding area, Léogâne, Jacmel, Anche, all this immediate area have been tremendously affected by this earthquake. Now, the area that I came from, which is about 80 miles away, was not very much affected, which is the Latibonite area. That's where they're beginning to move some of the people right now. But all the immediate area near Port-au-Prince was shattered by the earthquake as well. Shattered by the earthquake. The hospital crumbled, the houses crumbled, everything is gone. So, yeah, Port-au-Prince is the capital, but if you go to the immediate areas, they're also tremendously damaged, destroyed as well by the earthquake.